Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to be talking about different effects that you can use on a program called Audacity to edit music. First of all, you need to download Audacity. I'm using version 2.0.0, which is an older version. If you're downloading Audacity now, you're going to be using a newer version, so some features in the layout may be different than what mine looks like. I apologize if that's the case. You can search Audacity on Google if you need to download it, but I'll also leave the link in the description box below. So once you have Audacity, open it up. So this is what my version looks like. To make sure that I don't infringe any copyright, I'll make a recording of my voice instead of using a song. But after you finish watching the video, I do recommend that you play around with the effects with a song that you like. It's a lot of fun. I've been playing around a little bit with some different songs and making them lower and higher, and that's pretty fun. So if you want to use a song, which I'm not going to be doing, click File in the top left corner, like what I'm doing right now, and then Open, and you can select whatever file you choose. If you are making a recording, then you click the red record button. Once you have some sort of audio that you can use, we can begin. So let me just record something quick. I'll just say, hello, this is a test run. Hi, this is a test run for my video tutorial that I'm making. So let's play that and you can listen to it. Hi, this is a test run for my video tutorial that I'm making. Sorry about the delay that it took for me to play the sound for you. So now that we have audio, at the top of the screen there's a little tab called Effect. Let's click on that. And a bar should drop down like so. So there's all these different effects. But I'm just going to be going over a few for you, so feel free to experiment with the others. I just picked a few of my favorites. The first effect that I'll go over is called Bass Boost. This effect doesn't make the audio's pitch deeper, it just adds more bass. If you slide the bar to the right like so, you can add more bass. So you can boost the bass. And then, as you can see, these blue audio goes downwards. It makes it a little thicker looking. So I'll play that for you. Hi, this is a test run for my video tutorial that I'm making. So, as you can see, it's pretty hard to hear the bass that was added, but part of the reason that you can't really hear any bass added is because this isn't a song, and there's not really many different parts of the recording that I just made. It's there's not different tracks, that kind of thing. Another effect is called change pitch, which we will be able to hear the pitch change in this. So change pitch is right here. So if you slide the bar to the right like so, you have a higher tempo. Not tempo, pitch. Sorry. Oops, I have to undo the bass boost first. And if you want to undo, you go to edit and then undo whatever your last effect that you added. So now we'll add change pitch. So let's see what this sounds like. So sounds kind of like chipmunks, but we'll undo that, and now we'll make it lower. We'll make the pitch lower by sliding it to the left. And we'll see what this sounds like. So that's what that sounds like. So another effect is called change speed. This makes the tempo faster as well as making the pitch higher. So first let's undo that change pitch we just did. So we'll go to change speed. So slide this up, it will make it faster and higher.
Hi, this is a test run for my video tutorial that I'm making.
Or we can make it lower and slower by changing speed and sliding it to the left. You get the point. So we'll undo that one. Undo. And there. Now there's an effect called echo, which obviously adds an echo to your recording. So click on that. Delay time is when the echo starts. So if you want the echo to start with once you've listened to 1 second of the recording, then you can type in 1. Or you can type in whatever number you want, and then the echo will start. So we'll just type in 2 for an example.
Hi, this is a test run. Hi, for my video tutorial that I'm making.
So you could hear the echo start at 2 seconds. So another effect, which first we'll undo, another effect is called fade in. Fade in makes the audio gradually louder as you get farther into the song. So fade in. So let's listen to this.
Hi, this is a test run for my video tutorial that I'm making.
So as you can see, my voice got louder. So we'll undo fade in. And then fade out is just the opposite. Towards the end of the song, it gets quieter. It gets quieter as you get closer to the end. Well, let's listen to this.
Hi, this is a test run for my video tutorial that I'm making.
So that's what fade out sounds like. We'll undo. And then repeat. If you want to repeat part of the song, we'll select that part we want to repeat. We'll select this part right here. Then we're going to go to Effect and Repeat. And then you can select a number of times you want to repeat. We'll do 3. And then let's play this. So that's what repeat sounds like. I played it 3 times through so you could hear what the repeat sounded like. So So now we'll reverse. Reverse is the weirdest effect. If you do this with a song, if you're using a song, it sounds like a foreign language. It's hilarious. The whole audio is played backwards. So let's listen to this. Well, that was quite interesting. So, truncate silence. I think that's how you say it. Truncate silence makes any part of the song with no audio shorter. So this section right here will be shorter. This section, and all these little sections in between with the no audio. So we'll put that on. So let's listen to this.
Hi, this is a test run for my video tutorial that I'm making.
So there's one more effect that I'm going to cover, and it's called the Wawa. It's called Wawa. So click on Wawa. And you need headphones for this to hear it. This is definitely a good example of surround sound. There's alternating wah-wahs that you hear. One wah-wah in one side of the headphone, and then another during the audio that you have. So this is what it would sound like.
Hi, this is a test run for my video tutorial that I'm making.
If you're listening to it through headphones, it sounds really cool. So there are many, many more things that can be done in Audacity, but I only wanted to cover a few in this video. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you're having a great day. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Once again, there's the Audacity download below, the link to download it. Thanks again. Bye.